Yeah, hi there, and these comments are for just using your initials for privacy purposes, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT, and you completed independent writing practice test number 38. So you took the test Saturday, October 25th at 5:04 p.m. You finished in 5:28 p.m. 24 minutes. Now, I'll be honest with you, you should have taken the full 2 hours. You should have edited this paper like none other. You have so many problems with your grammar, and it's a shame that you didn't spend more time editing the essay, because you probably could have done better, I think, overall, had you taken more time to edit your paper. So your score here, it's going to be pretty low. You got 2.0 out of 5, 14 points out of 30, mainly numerous problems with inappropriate word choice or word forms, a large number of errors in sentence structure and or usage. Now, for the purposes of our class, this is going to put you at 64% on this assignment. So again, when you're doing these kinds of assignments, especially when it's a pretty big assignment, you want to take more time than 24 minutes. I actually gave you a full 2 hours, right? So that's probably part of your problem, is you just didn't take enough time to edit your essay. So let's look at the essay a little bit closer. So you say, I'm going to make some corrections in the first 2 paragraphs, and then you can have a general idea of what kinds of problems you're having. So you say, some jobs I'm going to say workers, because you is a little bit too informal for this point of view. So some jobs make workers live as kings. In contrast, some jobs make employees live as poor people. So instead of using you, we're using in one case workers, the other case employees. Why? Because we're focusing more on the content. You're not trying to directly talk to your audience here. And for academic writing, the you point of view is a little bit too informal. So this is just, you have a lot of problems here. This is what's called a comma splice. You're joining 2 sentences together with a comma, but watch this. You can say many different jobs. How about just use professions? So many different professions, such as doctors, teachers, and athletes. Doctors, teachers, athletes, and entertainers. You can say pay 1 million or more. 1 million or more annually. So instead of using that second sentence, I'm simply saying 1 million or more annually. So then we don't even need this sentence. So you take a lot of words to say a lot of things, but look at what I just did there. I took those 2 sentences and I shortened it to say many different professions, such as doctors, teachers, and athletes and entertainers, pay 1 million or more annually. Then you can say, even though some may disagree, they deserve I'm going to say these. Money is too general. How about high? Give you a little bit better vocabulary, so they deserve high salaries. Because you can't say they are provided. You can say because they provide. They provide amusement. Spectators. So we can probably say this. What we need to do here is, it looks like we want to use because they provide amusement for spectators. Some athletic activity is really dangerous to their health. And they represent their countries on the international arena. So some athletic activity is really dangerous to the health. So let's see if we have it. So you can see here, I'm almost practically rewriting your entire paragraph to straighten out all the problems you're having with your grammar. You see what I just did here? Now I put the counter argument here by saying even though some may disagree, they deserve these high salaries because they provide amusement for spectators. Some athletic activity is really dangerous to their health, and they represent their countries on the international arena. Then you say, first of all, again, no, it's not going to work because you're not directly talking to your audience here. You want to focus more on the content. You say, first of all, but here's a question here. How does this provide amusement? How does this relate back to this idea, right? So you could probably even make a better connection there, but that's kind of another day, another time. So you might want to say first of all, these celebrities. I'm going to say these celebrities instead of you. And by saying this, I'm doing two things. Number one, I'm not talking directly to my audience. I'm focusing on the content, and I'm showing I have better vocabulary. By using you all the time, you're not demonstrating good vocabulary. So these celebrities should earn a lot of money because they have a lot of fans. But even if we use this as a topic sentence, right? The question is here, how does it relate to your idea here? They provide amusement for spectators. To me, if you want to make a better connection with that particular topic sentence, you would say these celebrities should earn a lot of money because they provide entertainment for spectators. To me, that would be a better connection here. Also, instead of you, and it's okay to use they at this point, right? Because they refers back to these celebrities. Also, they earn a lot are professionals in their careers. But here's a problem with that. you're bringing up more of a general idea. Your first point is they have a lot of fans, so it's probably better to just focus on that in this paragraph as opposed to they are professionals. You want to say this: when a football player plays professionally, he offers fun for the audience, and also he becomes a famous person. You're using, looks like 3 independent clauses here, and then he becomes a rich person. This will probably straighten this out. So say, when a football player plays professionally, he offers fun for the audience, and also he becomes a famous person. I'm going to get rid of this and just say, so when a football player plays professionally, he offers fun for the audience, he becomes a famous person, and then he becomes a rich person. For example, Mike Gordon. You can't say Mike Gordon and then he, right? You just have to use your subject and your verb there. I think you can probably say this if he's still playing. I don't know if this is correct. If he's not playing anymore, use past tense. If he's still playing, say Michael Gordon earns a lot of money because he plays professionally. Another example you want to say is Cristiano Ronaldo. You need a connector here. Who earns 17 million euros? How about this? Use one of the vocabulary words from our list here. Annually. I think you want to combine these. Just say, another example is Cristiano Ronaldo, who earns 17 million euros annually because he plays professionally. And he has many people who love him because he gives them fun when they see you want to say they can see his matches. Then you say therefore, working hard, you want to say here, and being professional brings a lot of money to these athletes. Okay, so the other problem here is what you say in the beginning doesn't match the summation statement used at the end. If you say therefore here, to me it's more logical to say therefore, bringing a lot of fans, therefore having a big fan base, and being professional brings a lot of money to these athletes. So instead of working hard, repeat the key idea here in the topic sentence. But remember that this topic sentence doesn't even connect back to the first point in your thesis. So in addition to the language use issues I just pointed out in these 2 paragraphs, you also have to work on connecting your ideas together better. Now the question is, what do you do? How do you get better here? You got so many things to work. I'm going to say that you probably want to work a lot on your grammar issues. So first of all, what I would do is, you're already doing this, but keep working in the grammar part of my course, right? This is important. Now also, I think part of what you have to do here is speak a lot of English, believe it or not, getting more familiar with the language, reading a lot. You need to do a lot more practice reading and speaking, and that helps you have better control over your language use when you are writing. Okay, so your score here is 2.0 out of 5 or 14 points out of 30 on this particular practice test. Your score is 64% in our class.